going on, everyone? Good evening. It is 6:35 on the West Coast in Portland, Oregon on January 10th. And coming at you live on the Facebook and the YouTube. And we're going to do some sharpening again. We did some great work earlier today. I'm really happy with what we did this morning session. We did this CRK, Chris Reeves, Umnumzon, and we put a mirror on it. And on the video, I only put a mirror on a small bevel on the tip, but I went back after the show and did this. This is a crazy edge. It's super reflective. And the whole Tonto swedge I reprofiled to get to the same angle. I had to reprofile the shit out of it, but I mean the results are like that tip is so good. So I'm very pleased with it. Proud of that one. That one's gonna make some good content. Last night we sharpened this. My Rec Pair 3, that was last night's project. Put a little mirror on this little avocado. And today, the reason I ripped up my Rosie is because we're going to sharpen a Roosevelt blade. And it's not as exciting to not have the whole knife. So today we're going to sharpen MagnaCut Roosevelt blade number 2355. We're going to put a mirror on it. I love the Rosie. It's a fantastic knife. It's not just hype because it's like popular or they have a strong secondary. Secondary on it is actually kind of reasonable now. If you want to get one, you can get one. It's not a big deal. There's like over 2,355 of them. I know that. I think they're around 27. You can get a Roosevelt now. It's a crazy good knife. It's thin. It's very attractive. It's got a great opening system. Its ergonomics are similar to a native almost. It's got a forward choil. Feels good in hand. The clip doesn't bug me at all. It's got a little bit of jimping on the spine. Easy to flick. Very solidly made. Just all around great knife. So it's not just a hype knife. It's really good. It's a good fucking knife. So I don't know where the rest of this Roosevelt is. I don't know why just the blade was sent. But maybe something cool happened to the rest of the knife and owner couldn't send it. Oh, I told him I'd tag him on this when we started. Uno momento. It's more fun when, I should be stressed out about it. I enjoy it when the owners of these knives watch me sharpen their knives. It's just, it's cool. I like showing off my skills. Okay, we have a full flat ground blade. I'm just going to clamp it in the middle. Clamp it lightly. Now we're going to take a line from tip to heel and make it parallel to the jaws, like so. So it's not straight, it's kind of curved. So that curve follows where the sweep of the stone is. You see, ooh, look how nice that'll be. Maintaining the angle. That's why you do it, because it keeps the angle consistent because you're the same distance away from the center point. Okay, so we're going to tighten this down. Alexa, next song. A little bit too dark and creepy. Alexa, play RJD2 Smoke and Mirrors. Smoke and Mirrors and similar songs. Amazon Music. Alrighty, and we could probably start this stone, or we could probably start this guy a little bit higher than 150, but we're gonna just do 150 and get the edge looking like we want. For that, though, we're going to put a little bit of tape on the ricasso right after the edge ends, so I don't accidentally sharpen into the end of the edge or the end of the ricasso. Ooh, looks perfect. One piece of tape did the trick. Alrighty, so we're going to do our favorite thing. We're going to do the Sharpie trick. So I'm doing this because I want to see what is removed and what's not. So someone messaged me the other day, and they were searching the internet for the answer on what the angle on some knife was, and that information is just not. It's not out there. It's not going to exist. It's not anywhere. So I happen to know though that the guy who sharpens Roosevelts sharpens them to 20 degrees. So mine's at 19 now, I think. But this should be 20 degrees, so we shouldn't have an awful lot of problem getting right on. And the bevel on this thing is tiny because the edge is so thin. So when you have a thin knife, this is why some bevels look big and some look small, and it depends on a lot of geometry of the blade. But this blade is thin. It goes all the way to the edge really thin, and so putting a 20-degree bevel on here still results in just a tiny little whisker of a edge. Okay, we're going to drop this to 20. We're going to re-zero our cube. See what it's at now. Okay, that's 20 degrees right there. Now let's see what it looks like on the Sharpie and see if the Sharpie comes off. So that is right on, and then a little bit off towards the tip, maybe. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, so yeah, this side 20 degrees is dead on. So that's what we're going to sharpen at. We're going to sharpen this at 20 degrees to a mirror. So let's see who is here with us this evening. Of course, Jordan Roberts is up here. Thank you, sir. It turned out really good. It's cool to sharpen other people's nice fancy knives because this has already got me more business because I can show it off on make content out of it. So it's like I spend a lot of time on it and I'm not making nearly as much as I would sharpening a bunch of PM2s. But it's worth it because I get to use it as marketing, which is awesome. I don't have a CRK like that to sharpen, and I've sharpened all of my Spydercos. What's up, Jesse? And Matthew Blair. And Michael Price. What's up? Okay. So luckily this edge we're going to do is just see where we would hit if we went past the heel. Obviously we don't have a handle to hit, but I have electrical tape on the ricasso. I don't want to rub against it though, because I'm going to put another piece of tape on just in case. Because it's pretty flat on this. It is possible to, rub your way through this tape. I've done it. I've rubbed through tape. So we're just going to put an extra layer here. Just because it looks like it might need it. Okay. Now we're going to sharpen. Starting with 150 grit Halfstone Premium CBN stones. Okay. Got to be especially careful on the tips on these. So I'm trying to get the tip to be nice and flat to terminate at the end of the bevel, not round it off. Okay, so now we're gonna check for a burr with our fingernails. We got a burr. It's Magnum Cut. Pretty easy to sharpen, which is one of its good qualities, which is, I don't know, it's a funny quality, ease of sharpenability, but it is pretty easy to sharpen. Just creates a burr really quickly. I like the sound that the blade is making with no handle. It's kind of a interesting acoustics of sharpening is a little bit different. Okay, check for a burr. Which we got. Yeah, it's that easy. This is gonna be quick. We made quick work of that edge. So now let's do another pass at 150 to kind of reduce the burr. Okay, I'm making sure the tip looks nice and pointy. It's kind of hard to see with all the black soot building up there. Made a ton more of these because I'm tired of them getting dirty and then like smearing around and stuff. This is chamois cloth. I made 10 of these today and they're just like all over the place now. I'm just going to keep them stacked up all over. Keep a fresh edge so I can wipe down stuff and see what it looks like. So I wanted to just tip just a little bit. My tip on my Roosevelt was rolled from the factory. So I just want to make sure this one's extra pointy. Okay, got a really big burr. You hear it, the high-pitched noise is stone hitting the burr. Alrighty, now we're going to switch to 400 grit stone. Wow, this is looking really good already. So 400 grit is plenty enough. It's a very sharp, aggressive edge if you stop here. It'll look nice. It'll look like a matte satin, not 400 grit. So this is a good option. But this guy wants this mirrored up just like his CRK. So that is what we're going to give him. It's going to look real cool. Switching to 800 grit. We're going to take us all the way up to 8,000, which the leap from 800 to 8,000 doesn't take very long. So it goes from semi-polished to a high mirror pretty quick. Okay, so the 800 stone. This bevel is so tiny it's hard to see any mistakes. So small bevels are much more forgiving on mirrors. So that CRK Tonto I mirrored earlier, the Tonto portion of that blade was tough to get looking perfect like it is. So this little bevel will look awesome. And it won't have any mistakes because it's so small. $2,000 grit. Okay. Okay, now we're going to check out the edge and the light. Make sure it looks all good. We got some powdered steel building up at the tip. It's always good. You never really sharpen when you get a little powder. Now you're removing some material and making a difference. It's looking pretty nice and shined up already, which is awesome. Jumping up to 5,000 grit. This is going to be a pretty sweet looking edge. I'm excited for the end result of this one. Although it'd be cooler if it was in a handle, obviously. But I'm excited to see what this blade looks like when it's all done. Last stone, 8,000 grit. Kind of fun sharpening is the blade, to be honest. I don't know why. It's just so simple. Not have to worry about damaging someone's knife. Just the blade. Okay, done with the stones. Jump into my half micron strop. Gunny juice on kangaroo leather. We're going to take this and we are going to adjust the angle back to 20 degrees. So that changing stone thickness has changed about half a degree. Oh, what up, Balake? Well, thank you for checking in, sir. Your package, if you know what I'm saying, is in the mail. I dropped it off in the mailbox this morning. You're going to enjoy that one. Best mail call of the year, I promise. Stropping away. Kind of fun to strop on the machine. I'm starting to really like it. You feel like you're being precise and getting everything. Which is always kind of worry when I do it by hand. I think I overdo it by hand because I want to make sure I get the whole edge and all the little parts. But when you do it like this, it's a lot easier. Ooh, this morning I wasn't paying attention and I shoved the leather into the edge. Oh, it freaked me out. It didn't cut anything. It just like skidded along the leather and didn't slice into the smooth surface. But I forgot for a brief moment that it wasn't a stone. So I pushed up and it was a surprise. So be careful with that. Only pulling strokes. I didn't know that at first when I had lapping films for my Edge Pro or my I have to do their side. Wait, which ones have I done so far? We're done with this one. Okay. 0.25 microns drop. Now we're in unnecessary territory. This is just for shits and giggles territory. You don't need to do this for any practical reason other than it's cool looking, which is an acceptable reason. Don't discount cool looking being a reason because people poo-poo that. But cool looking is good for Instagram, which is why we're on social media. I love it when people shit on Instagram or shit on social media. Like when people are like, oh, you just want to create content to get likes. And I'm like, I want to create content so you have something to look at. And so people complain or like, because I create a lot of content. Some people think I'm doing it for attention. I just like to create content. I like to share stuff. But some people get on my case about it. And it's like, dude, you're looking at my content. What else would you be doing? Looking at a blank screen. You know what I'm saying? So I like creating a lot of content. I encourage everyone in the group to post whenever you feel like it. If you just want to post up your tenacious, stuck into a watermelon and saying, howdy ho, welcome to the group or whatever, do that. It's okay to post whatever. It doesn't have to be knife related. It's got to be, reasonable. But I encourage people to post, and I want people to feel comfortable, and that's why I set that example. Ooh, this thing feels sharp as shit. 0.1 micron strop. Gunny juice. As high as it goes. Okay. All donezo. Okay. Take this out. Take the tape off. Ooh, this is scary to take the tape off of. I don't want to cut myself. It's right next to the edge. Okay. Give her a good wipe down with the chamois cloth. Nice thin little bevel with a mirror. Oh, it's so satisfying. Let's see how it cuts. It might be kind of weird cutting with no handle, but let's see. Sharp to me. Kind of awkward to do this, but cool. Well, that was that. And in the end product, it will look like this knife with that blade. Matthew is looking at the ATX aluminum scales. Is the Cerakote or the anodized more durable? ATX. What am I trying to think of? Do you mean AWT or is ATX? I'm not familiar with ATX. I know AWT, Advanced Applied Weapons Tech, and they make Cerakote and anodized scales. Is that what you mean? Or ATX is something I'm not familiar with, which probably means I would avoid it if I'm not familiar with it, because there are some less than stellar scales out there. AWT, yeah. So I have both, or no, I have Cerakoted ones. The Cerakote does rub off eventually, like on the corners and on the edges. It looks kind of cool and worn. It's like a more matte finish. I don't have any. I have one anode one thing. I don't know. They sent me a bunch of them to advertise. That was I kind of made their help them break out. So they sent me a ton of knives like this. I don't know if it's Anno or Cerakote, but this is their special midnight blue color. This one is the only one I have that's different. The other ones are just plain matte Cerakote. But I like it. If this is what the Anno is, then it's kind of slippery, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. But yeah, AWT skills are badass. So you'll be happy with whatever you get, whatever color, whatever knife. It'll be all good. Yeah, they'll wear. It's aluminum, so aluminum is softer than titanium, so it will scratch. It will get aluminum anodizes very vibrantly compared to titanium, so it'll be good color, but it can wear off just like a Kershaw with a anodized handle. Okay, well, to show off our work for the day again. This is just too cool, so I'm going to do it one more time. This was what we finished off camera after in the last couple hours. Is this Tonto tip? So if you watched the earlier video, I put a bevel on here at 20 degrees. To get the whole Tonto tip to be mirrored like this and take out the convex that was in the edge, the tip is at 17 degrees. So the primary bevel is 20 and the tip's at 17. The 17 was what it took to even that out and line right up with the grind lines. So thank you all for joining me. I might get on here again later tonight if I find something else to do. So watch for it. And thank you once again. If you're on the YouTube, go join the Millie Club Facebook group. It'll change your fucking life, I swear. Do it now. If you're watching on YouTube and you don't know about the Facebook group, Spyderco Millie PM2 Para 3 Club, go join it. And if you're on the Facebook group, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And all these videos like this will be on the YouTube channel. And if you want to be really cool, you can follow me, Thomas Moore, on Instagram at Thomas O. Moore. Thomas O. Moore. Tommaso. Anyway, thank you all. Peace out.